This is the first card we're adding to the collection from 1998-99, Bowman's Best, Kevin Garnett. And we're going to use this card as a jumping off point to kind of compare and look at the changes between the first few Bowman's Best sets. We're going to look at a few different cards, see how the design, certain things changed. We all know Bowman from that first all-basketball set in 1948. Then the Bowman name disappeared from basketball cards until Topps came along with 96-97 Bowman's Best. Now this Kevin Garnett card, this is number 31 from 1998-99 Bowman's Best. That's the third consecutive year of this brand. Now Topps was really consistent with these Bowman's Best cards, and changes year to year were made very gradually, very carefully. Because the changes were real slow and deliberate, thoughtful, it's fun to compare the early sets and watch the small ways that these Bowman's Best cards changed and what features that they really held on to. The first three sets, they were all 125 cards. That was the number. Now, in the first few years, first couple of years, in addition to the base cards and the rookies, there was this additional subset. In the first set, they had their throwbacks cards, 96-97. Then in 97-98, they had their best performance cards. But here, in 98-99, they eliminated that extra subset, and they simplified the structure. So you just had 100 veterans, 25 rookies. That was all. That was the set. Now, it's also interesting here with 98-99 Bowman's Best to see how the design shows this change, this evolution between sets. For example, in this set, the veterans, like this Kevin Garnett card, had gold foil. The rookies were primarily silver foil. Well, this connected directly to their very first set. This is really nice. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, 96-97 Bowman. We're going back to the first set, Bowman's Best, that is. Look, here's a veteran, Michael Jordan. It's primarily gold foil, just like the veterans were here in 98-99. Same color. Now look what they did with the rookies. This is Ray Allen. Silver. See, they switched the gold and silver foil. So you basically have primarily a gold color for the veterans and silver for the rookies, just like you have here in 98-99. So very quickly they're establishing traditions. They're being very thoughtful about the design, not just for 1 year, but even between years, what they were doing. Here's another thing. Look at the border. 98-99, you have top and bottom. They're trying something different. Obviously, the first set, it was on the left and bottom. After that, they completely got rid of it entirely. And now you have top and bottom. Well, they kept this for the next year, 99-2000. Look here. It's a small variation, but it's still essentially this top and bottom. And look, rookie, silver. So they're really keeping these themes going to keep unity, not only in a set, but between the different sets too. It's really neat, really thoughtful. Let's talk a little bit about the back of the cards too. There are certain things that are just very, very distinctive about these Bowman's Best cards. They always presented the statistics in unique ways. Like, look, this Kevin Garnett, we have rebounds and blocks averaged over 48 minutes, and you have points per field goal attempt. I mean, these are statistics that you don't see on every single basketball card. They were picking and choosing. Let's go back to that first year. There's that points per field goal attempt. Look at this, 3-pointers made per field goal made, or steals plus assists per turnover. So you can see them thinking, how can we present statistics that collectors might not have on other cards? The other thing that they kept doing between sets, they grouped seasons together. See 84, 85 to 87, 88. We have these groupings to save room and just to present the statistics in a unique way. And they kept doing that here in 98, 99. There's the previous season. But look, the earlier seasons, they're grouped together on one row. You don't see that very often. There's his career. The other thing they did that I'm not the biggest fan of, they would have little things like right here, best talent, size to skill ratio. They were doing these little, it's like a brief summary of the player. And obviously, if you look at the blurb down below, armed with an array of shots and classic small forward moves, Garnett overwhelms typically smaller opponents with his 6'10" height and long arms. So they were obviously trying to capture the fact that even though he was extremely tall, he's also very versatile as a player. And that's what they're doing with that summary there. But this is something Bowman's Best always did. See, look here in their first year. For Jordan, super skill, unprecedented dexterity with the basketball in hand. I just think these statements are, they're a little pointless and useless, honestly. But it's something that we see on Bowman's Best cards. At least this year, they would give you what they called a super stat, which actually is very interesting. I really like looking at what they call their super stats there. So, yeah, that was the Kevin Garnett. Nice card. But I just wanted to point out how it's nice, I guess, in relation to like the whole history of Bowman's Best up to this point. How all of these sets relate to each other. And, yeah, so this is Kevin Garnett card trying to sum up, again, the fact that he's tall and versatile. But there's our first 98-99 Bowman's Best card. We're adding to the videos. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked looking at that comparison between them. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.